please.
Good afternoon, Carlo. Good to see you. Can we start off with team news for tomorrow night, please?
Team news. Compared to the game against West Ham, we have out Yerry Mina for this game. We have out James still. And we have out Gabaman. The other players are available and fit to play.
Just from last night, Manchester City, of course, confirmed as the champions of the Premier League. You know what it takes to win this league. How big an achievement is it in this season of all seasons? And what would be your message to Pep?
How big an achievement was it for City, and what would be the message to Pep?
I think that we have to congratulate Manchester City, the manager, the players. I think that they were better than all the others. They deserve to win. And they did. They had a fantastic season, playing really well with a lot of consistency. We were strong defensively also, and so they deserve to win. And congratulations!
It's your second meeting against Aston Villa in the space of 13 days. What did you and the team learn from that defeat earlier on this month?
I think we have learned to play and to try to avoid the defeat, to play differently. I think that it was one of the worst performance that we had in the season. And of course, we have to play differently, and we are going to play differently.
You've already got more points than you had last season. Does that show big signs of progress for the football club?
The team improved. We have more knowledge. We have more confidence. We had good result, fantastic result away, fantastic victory in the derby. So our season has to be considered a good season. We have to wait the last 4 games because we are still in the fight for Europe, and we want to put all our energy for our target.
You mentioned, Carlo, that European football is still possible. You could mathematically still get top 4. It could be Europa League. It could be the Conference League. It could be no Europe at all. Do you still dare to dream that top 4 is still a possibility?
No, top 4 is not a possibility for us. We have to be honest. We can fight for the other position. I don't know which position we can reach, but we have to do more points as possible. We have difficult games, important games, and put all energy in the next game is the only way that we can try to do our best. Vital game against Aston Villa tomorrow is vital. As was vital against West Ham. We know this, and I hope that the team will be able to repeat the same performance.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks, Darmish. We'll go to Stephen from Premier League Productions, please.
Hi there, Carlo. Accepting that the Champions League is no longer possible, it looks like you're only maybe 1 or 2 wins away from having still been in that race. Is there any one point in the season or any short spell in the season that you would pick out as being the reason that you've just fallen a little bit short in that pursuit?
Is there any particular point in the season that you think maybe cost us the opportunity to go for the top 4?
And I think that at the start of the season, we were thinking that it was difficult to compete with the top 6. It was difficult to compete against United, City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool. And after all these games, we were able to compete because we are still there. We are close to the top, and regrets, of course, the result at home we could do much better, but we have to consider also the fact that we did a fantastic away run that was impossible to think that we could win 11 games away. We won 11 games away. We are still close to the top. At the end of the day, I think the position where we are now is the position that we deserved.
Pep Guardiola has said again in the aftermath of winning the title that, in his opinion, the Premier League title is the hardest one to win. Do you agree with him? And do you think that's also reflected in how hard the battle is just to qualify for European places?
Yes, I think that the Premier League is the most difficult national competition in Europe for sure, because there are a lot of teams with a lot of quality. There are fantastic players here. There are fantastic managers here. It's the most difficult national competition in the world, and for sure is the most. I think is to win here is not easy.
Can I just follow up on James Rodriguez? I know you previously said you hoped he might be fit for this game against Aston Villa. How far away is he from being able to play again, do you think?
I think he started to train with the team Friday after the game, and so I hope that Friday and Saturday he trained properly. He can play against Sheffield United. He's pain-free now. He has no problem, but he didn't train with the squad, and so I cannot put him at risk tomorrow. He will train Friday, Saturday. If he's okay, he will play against Sheffield.
Thanks, Stephen. We'll go to Alistair from the BBC, please.
Hi, Carlo. I was just wondering, you said after the game against West Ham that Mr Moshiri brought good luck to the team when you were in London. Could you describe his relationship, what your relationship is with him? Sorry.
With Mr Moshiri, I have a really good relationship. He's an owner that support the team, support the club. I talk to him not every day, but at least he wants to be informed for the condition of the team, for the condition of the player. So we speak on the phone. Of course, we didn't have, for the pandemic, the possibility to meet. I met him last week in London. It was a good moment, and with Marcel Brand and with Bill Kenwright, and I hope to see him soon, but he's always behind us because he wants to know everything about the club, and I keep him informed at least every day.
And can I ask you also about Theo Walcott? There's been some suggestions that he may be set to leave at the end of the season. His contract finishes. Is he going to leave at the end of this season, as far as you know?
Honestly, we didn't think about this. We follow him to play in Southampton, and we are going to take a decision together at the end of the season.
Thanks, Alistair. We'll go to Mike Hughes, please, Radio Merseyside.
Hi there, Carlo.
Hi.
It's still all to play for. The European places are almost within touching distance, thanks to the great performance and result against West Ham. How can you get the players now to make the very best of this challenge that they face between now and the end of the season? Given that, there have been really good performances away, the home performances haven't been so good, but the talent is there.
I think the team has a strong motivation for Europe because most of them, they didn't play European competition, and they have a strong desire to be in the competition next season. And so it is a fantastic motivation for every one of them, and I support them. I have to be I don't have to be strong because they are already really strong, motivated. The last game were good, I have to say. We failed, and it was unpredictable against Aston Villa because it was at home. It was an important game. I hope that we can be able to play differently tomorrow. But we will play differently, no doubt.
Joshua King came off the bench in the second half against West Ham. Almost immediately, he was involved in the move that ended with him heading the ball, everybody thought, against the post. In effect, it turns out it was handball on the line by Craig Dawson. In some ways, is that typical of the luck that he's had since he's been at Everton? Because he's had one or two injury problems and he's not yet started a game. Could he still play a big part for you between now and the end of the season?
I just want King is true that he didn't start the game, but it's true that I am happy with him because he was really professional in training. He was always ready when he played, at least 3, 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. He played a lot of part of important games, and he did all the time well. And so I am satisfied for what he's doing. He scored a goal, and I'm really surprised that nobody know this. I'm really surprised about myself because I didn't see the handball, but above all, the VAR, I think the VAR was not there at the stadium because they cannot. And at the end of the day, we won. Now imagine if West Ham equalized at the last minute after that mistakes. It was a huge mistake. It cannot happen with VAR. It cannot happen.
Yeah, it's happened too many times, hasn't it?
Nobody said nothing to us. Apologize, sorry. It was enough to say, sorry, we did a mistake.
Yeah. Alain put in another excellent performance at the weekend. When he plays with Tom Davies, it seems to give him the extra ability to go on those sort of driving runs towards the opposition penalty area. And there seems to be a better balance for him, at least when Tom Davies is involved.
Yes, of course, he did a good game. Defensively, he was really good. Tom is always good defensively because he put a lot of energy, a lot of passion in his play. Defensively, strong on the tackle. And of course, he's a fantastic support, not only for Alain, but for all the team. And I think that next step for Tom is to improve his ability with the ball. Because without the ball, he's really good.
Thanks, Mike. We'll go to James at TalkSport, please.
Carlo, you described the performance against Aston Villa as one of the worst of the season, but you said that you'll play differently tomorrow. What can we expect from your side?
I think that I count 10 easy mistakes in the first 10 minutes of the game against Aston Villa. Easy passes wrong. We lost duel. We were not in position. It's not going to happen tomorrow, for sure.
Have you got any concerns about the integrity of the Premier League? Manchester United made 10 changes last night, which made things much simpler for Leicester, and they take on Liverpool tomorrow as well. They've not had a huge amount of time, and it does make things different towards the top of the table.
It's really difficult to judge the behavior of Manchester United, of the manager, but honestly, the schedule was terrible. They have to play 3 games in 5 days. It's impossible to play 3 games in 5 days with the same team. So it's absolutely normal to rotate the player because they cannot arrive at the last game fresh. And so I think that the problem was the schedule, not the fact that they changed the team yesterday against Leicester.
And in terms of Aston Villa, Jack Grealish could return tomorrow. He could play a part off the bench. What sort of threat will he pose if he does come onto the pitch?
He's a fantastic player, and I advise him, take care. After a long injury, don't risk. Stay calm. No, I'm joking. He's a fantastic player. And we are excited to play against fantastic players. But of course, Aston Villa is more dangerous with Grealish for sure.
Thanks, James. Phil Medlicott from PA, please.
Carlo, I was just wondering if you could just give a little bit more info on Yerry Mina in terms of what the injury is, how long he might be out for.
He had a problem on his adductor, and it's not a big problem. He was out. He tried to train yesterday, but he was a little bit uncomfortable. I hope to recover him for the game against Sheffield United.
Thanks, Phil. We'll just finally go to Louis Restrepo, please, in the open section.
Hello, Carlo. I don't know if you can watch me anyway. Hello, how are you? No, my question was about the Yerry Mina. Do you think that the Colombian national team got a game, a qualify on the 3rd of June, in 3 weeks' time. Do you think Yerry Mina can be okay?
I think Yerry Mina can play. If he's not playing against Sheffield United, he can play the last 2 games of the season. He has a really small problem. He felt something during the game against West Ham, but he stopped before the problem was growing, and so he has a little problem on his adductor, and he will recover soon. As I said, or the game against Sheffield United or the game against Wolves.
And is the same situation with James? In which kind of evolution he got in now for his little problem?
I said before that James start to train with the team Friday, and if the train is good Friday and Saturday, we play Sunday against Sheffield United.
Okay, thank you. That's the end of the open section. We'll now move on to the newspapers. So if everyone else can leave the line at this point, please. Thank you.